Breaking news in the world of Formula 1. Mr. Max Verstappen, one of the hottest properties. Not quite literally, although, you know, if you're into that kind of thing, fair play. Max Verstappen, back on topic, has signed a contract extension with Red Bull Racing, signed up until 2023. What does this mean for 2021? What does this mean for Max himself? I'm not going to spend too long on this topic today because I've got a big feature kind of video coming out over the next few weeks talking about every single driver's contract. Although, thank you Red Bull, I'm going to have to tweak that one now. Anyways, first of all, for Max Verstappen, what does this mean? Well, most drivers have their contract up next season, at the end of this current season, 2020. And we're all expecting there to be lots of movers and shakers in the driver transfer market. Max Verstappen was definitely one that people would like to see potentially move to a team like Mercedes or a team like Ferrari, mainly because he's just that good, and people want to see him in a race-winning car week in, week out. He's definitely quick enough. Red Bull, they're definitely in the top 3 teams in Formula 1. Definitely this year with Honda has gone very well. And actually, if things continue where they left off from 2019, I think they could have a very good 2020. They're going to have lots of funding to help 2021. So a contract till 2023 isn't ridiculous. It's not super long term. It's not a 5 or a 10-year deal. It's just a couple of years extra. I totally get that. This makes total sense for Max Verstappen. Moving to another team doesn't make plenty of sense considering he's in a good spot at the moment, and very easily Mercedes or Ferrari could drop right down the pecking order in 2021. For other teams, this does potentially block a potential driver they probably would want to bring in. Of course, Max Verstappen, I said at the beginning, was one of the hottest properties, mainly down to the fact he's quick and he's got age on his side, just 22 years old, multiple Grand Prix winner, and has actually got plenty of experience in Formula 1. He's one of the more experienced drivers despite being so young. It's bizarre, but it's fact. Despite being one of the best drivers, why hasn't he gone elsewhere? Well, from a Red Bull perspective, this makes 1,000,000% just to throw as much money as they can to him. Not only is he one of the best drivers on the grid, but they're struggling at the moment to get 2 drivers. So if they can hold on to Verstappen, at least that's a bit of stability for them. Then they can try and sort out that second driver seat. And we spoke in the Daniel Ricciardo video a couple of days ago. If you want to check that one out, you can. We spoke about his year at Renault. Red Bull haven't really filled that gap with a lot of confidence. Gasly, I don't feel they gave him enough time, but he wasn't great at Red Bull. Alex Albon, though, has impressed so far, I think definitely needs to find a bit more pace going into 2020. But hey, with testing behind closed doors, with testing during the winter testing period in February, I think Albon will be better than he was at the end of last year. But if he's not, they've got a problem on their hands. Do they bring back Danny Kvyat? Potentially, but as long as they've got Verstappen in that seat, they really can just minimise headaches as best they can. I will say, and I do want to make this clear, Formula 1 contracts are definitely not concrete, and very easily it is possible and feasible that at the end of next year, someone signs up Max Verstappen, takes him out of his contract, but by signing a deal now with Red Bull, it just bumps that fee up a little bit more. Do I think another team will come in for him? I'm sure they will inquire about Max Verstappen's availability, but Ferrari have got plenty of young drivers coming through their young driver academy. Mercedes have plenty of drivers coming through their young driver academy, so it makes sense for Red Bull just to keep him, for Verstappen to stay there, and I don't realistically see a team like Renault, a team like McLaren, really enticing Verstappen for a move at the moment. Never say never, but at the moment, definitely, they're not going to be on the radar of Max Verstappen. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, only a quick one today. We don't need to scream and shout about this one for too long, but I did think it was interesting, and I do really want to know your thoughts. Is this the right decision for Max Verstappen? Should he move elsewhere? I don't know. I'll join you down in the comment section in a moment. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.